Haribo to all my brothers and my sisters of the signs of Sagittarius. Welcome to this yearly horoscope for 2023, where we're going to be talking about the major astrological aspects of the year and how is it going to be affecting you, my beautiful Sagittarius. This is a horoscope that works for people who have an ascendant in Sagittarius or a moon in Sagittarius in the Vedic astrological calculations or sidereal placements. I work with Vedic astrology, so make sure that those are your true placements. They're going to be different from the usual Western placements. And also, so that you guys know, after this video, I'm going to be doing an extended horoscope in my Patreon, where we're going to be pulling a card for each individual month of 2023. And how is it going to be affecting you personally, my beautiful Sagittarius? So if you would like to see the extended horoscope, just check out in the description here below. You're going to see my link to my Patreon. And for only $4 a month, you're going to be able to not only see the yearly extended horoscope, but also a bunch of other exclusive content that I have there for my Patreons. Alrighty, my beautiful Sagittarius, let's see what we have in store for you this upcoming 2023. All right, my beautiful Sagittarius. So before we get started with 2023, and excuse me for the sounds in the background, it's my rabbits playing around. So before we get into 2023, I want to talk a little bit about 2022. So 2022, and I'm going to pull your chart here for you so that you're able to follow along with me. So this chart is it's the chart with the astrological placements of the Vedic calculations, the sidereal placements. So this year of 2022, there was major focus on your creativity, on your children, and on your romantic energies. Life was trying to help you bring more will into your life, to help you will the things that you want to create in your life. Some of you guys could have decided to become parents, or maybe you've gone through a lot of things going on with your own children. Maybe you've gone very inspired to do more creative work, but nonetheless, there's an amazing energy for creativity and for romance that has been the main focus this 2022. Now, another thing that's been happening is that we've been having Saturn transiting your second house of money since the end of 2020. And this could have brought a lot of restrictions around your financial life. This made you more responsible with your finances, making sure that you were investing it in something that is worthwhile, something that is long lasting, no get rich quick schemes type of thing. This is a time to really solidify your finances for the future and to be thinking long term. So Saturn was doing a lot of tedious energy here, making sure that you were utilizing and working your money in the right ways. Now, aside from that, those were the challenges that you were experiencing. You could have also had the experiences and challenges of maybe lacking self-esteem. If some of you guys had any sort of insecurities, then this year's they were brought up to the surface to be taken care of, so that you're able to strengthen your self-esteem, to strengthen how you believe in yourself. Now, the good news is that you had Jupiter transiting your third house for all 2022. And this brings the energy of creating books. Maybe some of you guys decided to write. Maybe some of you guys decided to polish your skills. Maybe some of you guys decided to open up a startup. This is definitely an energy of entrepreneurship. And you had immense capability for learning really fast. And so Jupiter here was also giving you more courage, more strength, more courage that was going to help you take your will and assert your will in the right ways. And so there's been an energy very strong around, bringing more courage into your life, putting more effort into the things that you really want to put effort on, and that you better your communication, that you express what it is that you really want to communicate in your life. And so here Jupiter was really giving you a lot of blessings also in your mind. So if you've had thoughts that were very self-sabotaging or things like this, your quality of thoughts and your quality of words and your quality of thinking has gone up, and now you're more positive, you're more you believe in yourself more, you are more agile mentally. So Jupiter definitely blessed you here and filled you with courage. Now, let's talk a little bit about what is going on for 2023. So 2023, and the way that we start the year, we're starting the year with Mercury retrograding in your sign, and we're also going to be having Mars retrograding. Mars has been retrograding in your sixth house since October of 2022, and it's going to be in your sixth house until March of 2022. So this has been putting a lot of energy to get you to start taking action into your routine, to start taking seriously your health, to work hard, to put effort, and to establish the service that you give to others. If you've been without a job, then this is really trying to help you to take action to get a job. For those of you who do have a job, then Mars here was trying to help you balance out the way that you give energy into your job. Like, are you giving all your energy in the job where you don't even have time to eat, you don't even have time to work out, you don't even have time to be with your loved ones? So this is where it's trying to re-strategize the way that you exert your energy in your daily life. Not working harder, but working smarter. And that you are taking into account all the aspects of your life, not just work, but also your health, also your loved ones, your family. So these things are very important. But most of all, your health. That was like the big thing. So we're starting with this energy, and Mercury is also helping you reevaluate something about your own personal identity from the beginning of the year. So be careful with how you speak. Be careful with the words that you say, especially during the month of January. This is when all the lessons that you've learned about your communication are going to come into action. So Mercury here wants you to really be aware of how you communicate and how you express yourself, and that you're not overly exaggerating. So let's get to the next month. So by January, we're also going to be having Saturn going into the sign of Aquarius, and this is going to be huge. It's going to be such a big transformation because we've been having Saturn in the sign of Capricorn for the past 2 years, since the end of 2020. And now we're finally going to have a shift changing. So that means that we're going to feel the air change around us. And for you, Saturn's going to be going into your third house when it goes into Aquarius. So it's finally going to release the grip in your money life. It's finally going to allow you to make money once again, to not be in this scarcity mindset, or to not be so shrewd. Like, you've done the investments that you needed to do when it comes to your money. And now you're going to be focusing more on the quality of your thoughts and what you think like, and your ego and how you assert yourself. This is the house of all these things. So everything that you learned with Jupiter is now going to be solidified. Saturn here wants to sober you up. So if you're somebody who are not very sober, like you take drugs or alcohol or things like this, Saturn is definitely going to sober you up here. Saturn is also going to give you a little bit of anxiety and restlessness of your mind, because what it's trying to do is that it's trying to bring up to the surface the quality of thoughts that no longer serve you. It wants to organize your mindset. And so if you have your mind all over the place, if you have low quality thoughts, if the words that you speak are not very good, if you're not utilizing your mind in the correct way, or your mind is just, driving you crazy, Saturn here is the one that is going to help you get more organized in your mindset, and it's going to help you organize the quality of your thoughts. So it's going to require for you to sober up, for you to be conscious and sober and clean, so that you can understand how, what is it that you need to change in your mind. Here, you can really benefit, and just some advice if you would like to take it, you can really benefit from some mantra work. Working with mantras can really help you in relaxing the mind. Mantra means, ma means mind, tra means deliverance. So it's a deliverance of the mind. You can do it with a mantra. My favorite is the Maha Mantra. And that would really help you in organizing your mind. That will make Saturn very, very happy. You could also be having a little bit of restrictions with your siblings, where you maybe not be getting along too well, or maybe there's some karmic baggage that we need to organize there. Becoming a little bit more responsible with your siblings is going to be something important for you during the time that Saturn is going to be in Aquarius. And we're also going to become a lot more serious about the way that you speak, the way that you express yourself, and the way that you deliver your ego to the world. And it's also going to strengthen your ability to put the effort that you need to put without feeling like you don't want to put the effort. Saturn here is going to help you put the effort into whatever it is that you want to do for yourself. So this is something very, very nice. I am very excited for you, my beautiful Sagittarius. Let's just. Oh, and another thing that is happening on March is that we're going to be having Neptune changing signs. And Neptune has been in the sign of Aquarius for the past literally like 17 to 20 years. And we're finally going to be changing from Aquarius to Pisces. This is huge. Neptune naturally rules the energy of Pisces. So we're going to have a stronger sense of intuition, a stronger sense of spirituality is going to be really very, very much enhanced. But here, Neptune is going to be entering your fourth house of the home. Neptune has been in your third house, giving you really a very psychic mind, a very intuitive mind, having the ability to communicate things that people normally can't communicate, things that are very ethereal, things that are very hard to grasp. So here, Neptune has really been showing you that. And you could have been having, like maybe your communication was very mystical or things like this. So now Neptune is going to be entering your fourth house, which also Jupiter is in your fourth house until May of this year. So Jupiter is bringing you blessings in your home life, in your family life. So I see that you're going to be moving to the house of your dreams, or renovating your house and making it amazing, or minimum getting a new car. Here, Jupiter wants to bless you with conveniences, bless your family, bless your home life, bless you with the right place where you belong. And so get ready, because if you, for example, have not been feeling too well where you live, or maybe you've been wanting to renovate, or maybe you've been wanting to sell, buy property, or whatever it may be, this is a fantastic time. Jupiter is going to bring you a lot of abundance through this. And it's also going to be protecting your mother. So whatever your mother's going through, this is going to bring blessings to her. And you are also going to better your relationship with your mother. Let's say if you don't necessarily get along with her, Jupiter here can really help you heal the relationship that you have with your mother. But Neptune is going to bring a sense of like spirituality into your home life. So you're going to feel very connected to God when you are in family, when you're with your mother, when you exercise your family values, and your home can end up looking like a temple. So if you do the renovations, or you decide to get a new place or anything like that, it's going to turn into like a temple-like energy, where it's a sacred space, it's spiritual, it has this sort of sacred energy to it. Now, the only thing that I gotta warn you with this energy of Neptune in the fourth house is that you could be getting a little bit of issues with plumbing and all the water supply in the house. So if you are gonna buy a property, or if you're thinking of selling your property, or renovating your property, be very cautious with the water systems in your home, because Neptune here can definitely cause a little bit of mayhem with that. Okay, so that is for March. And then on the month of the month of May, we are going to be having another shift, another energetical shift, where Jupiter is going to be entering into the energy of Aries. And this is going to be quite beneficial. So after May of 2023, I see that you are going to be enhancing your creative energies. You could be also deciding to have children. If you decide to have children during this time, is very auspicious. If you already have children, then you're having a wonderful relationship with your children. Your children are loving you. It's going to bless the relationship with your children. And if you don't want to have children and you don't have any children, then this is going to enhance a lot of your creativity, a lot of your intelligence, and it's going to help you heal your inner child wounds. It's also going to bring a lot of romance for those of you who are maybe single. So if you've been wanting to maybe find a perfect mate or get into some romantic energy, here Jupiter is definitely going to help you with that. But more than anything, it's a time of fun. It's a time of enjoyment. It's a time for you to go for those hobbies, go for those creative endeavors, exercise the talents that you have, showcase your talents, show them what you got, baby, type of thing. Flaunt your stuff. So this is going to be very, very beneficial for you. And I know that you're going to have so much fun during this time. So for those of you who are creative, and also for those of you who work with speculative business, that is very, very auspicious time for you. Now, another major event that is happening this year is that Venus is going to be going retrograde. And Venus, interestingly enough, went retrograde last year, but it's going to go retrograde again this year. I guess we humans, we have a lot of lessons to learn around money and love right now at this time. So Venus is going to be retrograding in the sign of Cancer for the month of August, okay? When Venus retrogrades, we get issues and problems or things that have been distorted or things that are not working or things that need to be karmatically cleansed around love, relationships, and money. So this is the time where we need to be extra cautious. This is the time for not spending money, like major purchases or anything like this, because you might regret it later. It's the time to evaluate where you're putting your money, where you're putting your values. And it's also a time for anything that has been repressed in your relationship. It's the time to cleanse it and release it. And for you, is going to be happening in the sector of the 8th house. This is a very intimate house. This is the house of the life of a marriage, the life of a relationship, where the intimacy, sexuality, evolution, secrets, all these things are involved in here. So when Venus goes retrograde here, if you and your partner share assets, then this is going to come up to the surface and it's going to be reevaluated if the share of assets is really in balance. It's also going to help you become more intimate, and it's also going to help you open up to the psychological blocks that you may be having in your life. And so this is a wonderful time to get therapy. This is a wonderful time to do counseling. This is a wonderful time to do astrology, doing a reading with me. It's a time to go deep within yourself and understand the mystery of who you are. Understand why is it that you act the way that you act? Why is it that you react the way that you react? Is it beneficial for you? Is it not beneficial for you? It's the time to take your power back. And so Venus here is going to really help you with this. If there's any sort of sexual problems or issues, this is also going to try to bring it up and heal it. But more than anything, be cautious with the money, the share assets that you have with other people. I will not advise you to invest during this time, at least until Venus moves forward. And this is also not the time to risk your money, and it's also not the time to abuse your power if people trust you with, their values, their money, other things. So very, very intimate. It will bring up the shadow. It will be a wonderful time to do shadow work, but it's going to bring up a lot of things that you may have repressed or things that you hide from others. So Venus here wants to bring it out. Very, very interesting time. Now, for the last thing that is happening this year is already by December. So right at the end of the year, we're finally going to have a shift. And the shift is going to be of Rahu, which is the north node, changing into the sign of Pisces. And this is huge because most of the year, Rahu has been in the sign of Aries. And in the sign of Aries, it's in your 5th house, trying to bring a lot of awareness to your talent, your will, your children, your creative endeavors, speculative business, your intelligence. And now from the energies of the 5th house, it's going to be going into the 4th house by the end of the year. And this is when a lot of your focus is going to be going to the home life. So if you've been, mainly focusing on career, life is not necessarily going to take you to your career. It's going to take you more into the home, setting roots, creating that foundation, creating that stability, creating that connection with family. And it's not like your career is going to go bad. Your career can still do good, especially if you work from home, or if you work with food, or if you work with agriculture or real estate, then it's going to be really, really nice. But regardless, if you don't work with any of these things, as long as you're taking care of the issues and things at the home front, then your career is going to be doing really well, and it's going to be kind of going in a very effortless sort of energy. So we'll talk more about that when we get to the horoscope for the year of 2024. So my beautiful Sagittarius, these were the main messages that we have for you this upcoming 2023. It's going to be very, very wonderful. And now I'm going to be doing the extended horoscope where we're going to be pulling a card for each individual sign in my Patreon. So definitely check out the link here below where you can find the link to my Patreon. For only $4 a month, you're going to be able to not only watch the extended horoscope of the year, but you also get to see a bunch of exclusive content that I have there for my Patreons. Alrighty, my beautiful Sagittarius, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for letting me be of service to you. And I hope that you have a wonderful,